Today I'm doing an in-depth review of the Gunk. This is after completing the game, doing 7 out of the 8 chapters twice for walkthrough purposes videos. And I want to start off this review by talking about something that was a little controversial in my early review of the game, and that's calling it a kid's game. For the most part, you're just going through the universe, sucking up gunk and destroying little aliens. The main character, feels like it belongs in a kid's cartoon to me. Maybe others will have a different opinion. It feels like that to me though. Second, the difficulty factor of the game for dying and puzzle solving is very minimal. What you're watching on screen right now is all from the last mission of the game. This is as hard as it gets. It's fairly easy. Any room with a puzzle in it, and there's a lot of them, I can't see any adult, besides maybe one you just get stuck on for some odd reason, spending more than 2 minutes in the room to solve the puzzle. It feels like a game that you're just going through the motions, but at the same time, it's a $25 game with good graphics. The storyline isn't riveting, but it's enjoyable. Like, you're not going to be like, it's okay. It's fine. The graphics, as I said, are pretty good. I believe it's 30 frames per second. I'm not sure if it's 30 or 60, but I can't see this being a game that's in 60 frames per second. This is recorded, what you're watching right now, in 1080 at 60, so it's probably coming out 1080 30. And it looked a little better for me because I do have 4K. I don't record in 4K because of buffering size, but it did look slightly better for me in 4K. You're not going to see sweat dripping down or lines on armor like you would in Madden or Call of Duty, but the graphics are good for what it is. Like, at no point was I thinking like, the graphics could use an improvement. This right here is another enemy in the game. Very easy to deal with. There are only 3 types of enemies in the game, which is another thing. And one of the enemies, the only tough enemy in the game, you only encounter a couple of times. You encounter this one maybe 20, 40 times. For the most part, it's just little aliens. The fights just aren't there. Like I said, there's really no difficulty factor to the game. Other than that, like I said, the puzzle solving is really easy. The video, there's no video setting in the game to change the graphics, so you're just gonna have to take it as it is, but the graphics are good. This right here is what I would consider tied for the hardest fight in the game. So I did want to show you what the hardest fight would look like in the game. There's one other that's semi-challenging, but you have to evade. You don't even really need to attack that much. You just need to kill the little dudes and evade the big dudes to win. So, I don't know. This battle I beat on the first try. The next one I beat, I didn't really die. I restarted it to do a little bit better on the walkthrough because I thought I needed to do one thing, but I needed to do another, so I just restarted the battle. I didn't even fail. It's basically impossible to die in this game. You can die. There's a handful of battles where you can die. This is one of them. If you mess up and, like, right there, get hit by that a couple of times and you're pretty much done. You just gotta evade the charge. But for $25, I do feel it's a pretty good game. I do feel like it is more of a game for like 8 and up, and a lot of adults, unless you're like really into the space exploration and you like what you're seeing on the screen right here. It's gonna be more for kids and a little bit less on the everyone. I would say just watch a couple. If you can watch an hour of gameplay of this game as an adult and you like the content, then I would say buy it. I mean, the game is fairly cheap. I did enjoy going through the game, and that's basically everything I got to say about it. I hope that helps.